Hello, and welcome to a new episode with your host, Vinney Chopra. I'm so excited to have you here as we dive deep into the world of real estate investing, syndications, abundance mindset, and building generational wealth. We are excited to be in the top 1.5% of the real estate podcasts. Got number 11 actually out of top 50 real estate syndication podcasts. Thanks to you. Each episode, we bring powerful insights, expert guests, and actionable strategies to help you take your investing game to the next level. Whether you are a seasoned investor or just getting started, if you love what you hear, please take a moment to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and follow me on social media so that we can never miss an episode. Your support helps us continue sharing valuable content with more people like you. Now let's jump into today's episode. Thank you.
Dear friends, Vinney and Beau show at you. Hey, I hope you're having a great Friday. We come to you 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 Eastern. Hi, Beau. How are you, brother?
I am doing well. I've been just running. I was sick with the stomach virus. My son got me sick, but now I'm better. But yeah, I've been just going nonstop. I did 2 webinars this week. Calls, back-to-back calls. It's just been like crazy. This year has been
me too.
busy.
Yeah. Busy, man. Me too. Several meetings, several things, and did one webinar. You did 2. I did an interview also. Really good one this week. And it's cold out here, man. It's 50 degrees. But I said, Vinney, let's get out there. Walk. So today we're going to talk about, as today market is closed, people will be getting this episode next week. But the key thing is there is so much unrest, so much unpredictability going on in the market. You had some statistics you just shared. You want to read them a little bit? Yeah.
Yeah, GDP growth slowing. I think we all saw that.
Yes.
Projections range from 1.3 to 2.2% for 2025, down from 2.8 in 2024. Labor market's actually still doing fairly well. Inflation pressure with tariffs and everything, as we all know, that's there. In recession risks, growing recession risk, obviously. JP Morgan Chase thinks there's between a 45 and 60% probability of stock market volatility. As we all know, consumer behavior is shifting. People are not doing major purchases. I saw the car dealers, they're talking about buy now because we don't know what's going to happen, but who really is going to buy a car? You know, middle class probably it's not going to buy a car. The only people that are going to buy cars would be people that need maybe the tax write-offs. That might be a reason to stimulate. Obviously, tariff implementations, that global trade tensions, Federal Reserve, the administrative actions. They obviously express long-term confidence, but I do think everybody knows the storm is here and it's going to get ugly.
Ugly. Yep. So true, brother. So true. On the stock market, one day it's up and one day it's down, and how the administration says tariffs will be waited for 90 days, and then now there is talk between USA and China, and I mean, who knows? But you know what? The key thing is for people like you and I and others who are following us, entrepreneurs, we always have to see the opportunity even in the darkest clouds, and that's the key. Real estate has been something which doesn't go down just overnight. It takes way long time. Just like stock markets go down in a whim. In 1 second it's up and next second you see it's down. But real estate has been a great one. Franchises, the businesses that you and I've been promoting, and lots of cash flowing businesses are there in senior living, in hospitality, in franchising. Yeah. You want to share some ideas on that?
Yeah. Okay. So what do we do during times like this? First of all, I want to say, because I've been personally working very diligently and staying consistent, my business is actually hockey sticking right now. So I don't see a lot of this personally. And so why is that? And I think we're going to go into some of that. I think what we got to be looking for is your next chapter, potentially. A lot of people I talk to are not satisfied. They're just living their life and not challenging themselves. and they're
Yeah.
burnt out. They might be doing fairly well, but they're looking like, am I just going to do this until I retire and live contently, or do I want to push myself? And a lot of people I talk to really want to do something bit more with their lives, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, that's what my mission is, to help these types of people. But
Mhm.
what are people doing right now? But they're buying cash flowing businesses. We have a silver tsunami of business owners, right? So obviously, we're going to talk about that in realms of like residential assisted living properties, right? There's a need for beds for these people that are aging. So
Yep.
that's obviously not going to stop even during a recession. And then the transfer of wealth in the business ownership space. These sellers that are 60, 70, 80 years old that have grown their babies, these businesses, like I do, I see them all the time now because I'm financing a lot of them. Great opportunities for buyers to step in and leverage 90% financing with SBA and move into a big cash flow stance. And invest in recession-resistant sectors. Look into industries like home service, healthcare, affordable franchise models, waste management, restoration, things that don't get affected with downturns. BA still use it, right? It's a very great tool right now. We don't know what the new credit policies they might tighten, but right now it's pretty aggressive financing. Start or buy a business with recurring revenue. Subscriptions and B2B services are really hot right now. As far as real estate's always a good investment. Now there's times where it's not as good to invest and times when it's better to invest. And right now we're in this market now that the only way you should look at deals right now, in my opinion, is only buy really good deals. This isn't a time where you take, I think it's going to work out because, job growth and all that stuff. No, it's got to be a distressed type of deal where you're getting absolute home run and you can weather the next 12 or 24 months. You have the cash flow to weather storms. Leverage cost segregation and bonus depreciation. Bonus depreciation is at, I think, 60% down from 100 in 2023. But the combination of these tax-advantaged assets make real estate still a very strong play. Real estate will always be a strong play. It's just that when the storms come, if you're not prepared, that's when you get hurt. And we're seeing a lot of people get hurt, especially in the syndication space in multifamily, because they didn't expect insurance costs and this, right?
Yeah.
And honestly, what happens? What's the saying, Vinny? Pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. I can't remember, but like the point is that if you always think the market is going to be in your favor and you never, like when I play blackjack at the casino and I go on this roll, right? I know at some point that roll is going to stop. So what I do, when you double your money, you take some chips off the table, you take your initial. So that's a lot of the things. I think looking at what you did in your multifamily portfolio, you sold off most of it, right? So
most of it,
and you sold most of it at the peak of the market,
Thank
which
goodness.
was a good time.
Thank goodness.
So,
Thank goodness. Hindsight is 2020, but I knew with all these interest rates hikes, I could see that because mine were fixed for 10 years. So I knew I've taken away 4 years, 6 years are left with the low interest rate. You're right. But cash flows got down because of insurance costs went up, property taxes went up, capex budgets went up, cost of goods went up 32%, repairs and all that. So all those things, you're so right. I think that was I think Brian, I'm trying to remember his last name. I heard that he sold most of his portfolio in Santa Rosa. He lives over there. So that was a good one. I don't know. Do you remember him? Brian, oh my gosh. He's written a very big book too. Yeah, anyway.
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he's a pretty sharp guy. I can't think of his last name.
Sharp. I know, I just skip it. But the key thing is, this is the time also to not get out of the field. That's why I say that. If you are going to play ball in the tough times, great opportunities will come to you. Maybe 1 out of 100. But just like my very good friend Pramod bought 78 units with zero money down with seller financing. Holy cow. He says, you sell it to me at $3 million or something, and he will do the renovations at $1 million, which he was able to do it at $333,000 total. because he's a flipper. He knows the cruise, how he can save money. And it's so beautiful. Pramod saying, hey, congratulations, brother. And it's going to be worth $5 million. He locked in at $3 million to close in 3 years, he said in the contract. But he's put all the money in there, and now the value increase is his dime, not the seller's. Seller was in trouble, so now he's built with just investing $330,000, $2 million profit. You know, so situations are there, and we just need to be vigilant and be in the game and talk to brokers and talk to people in your wherever you are trying to buy multifamily. When I say 20 plexes, 100 plexes, the key thing is you've got to be in the game. Even in the stock market, I watch a lot on YouTube and see all these gurus, what they are saying. Has it bottomed out? Has it not bottomed out? You just nibble in dollar cost averaging. The great Mag 7. I'm really concentrating on I'm not giving any advice, by the way, to anybody. It's for entertainment and educational purposes only. Our episodes always are. And the key thing is Mag 7, the biggest companies which are Mag 7, just Google them. They are way down in their stock price, and they are expecting great revenues and all that. So it's a great way to analyze. Don't be on the sideline, because millionaires are made in the downturns. When you get into the market in real estate, in stock market, mutual funds, whatever you want to do, crypto is getting bigger and bigger. My gosh. So it's just kind of opportunities are there. If you look for it, get educated on it, right?
Hi friends, this is Vinney Chopra from here in Danville, California. And you might be saying, hey Vinny, what are these over here? You know, I wrote this book a few years back, Apartment Syndication Made Easy. It became top seller. I came from India with $7 in my pocket. It says 500 million. It's going to be 1 billion very soon, very soon. I'm right at about 850, 900 million. And then I'm ready for the next billion. Actually, you will see that happening, 2 billion in this book also. The other book I wrote, which has been a very big positivity, has been my life. Always, I've been married 43 years with 2 children, and the beauty is to be positive, the mindset that can take you to all the places in the world. And that's the book that also became big seller. My third book, Senior Assisted Living, is coming. So do yourself a favor, go ahead and click the link below to get free copies, audio copies of these books, even printed copies of these books. Printed means digital if you can't afford it, but I would highly recommend for you to get these, or go to Amazon.com. Just go to Amazon. I got it in soft cover, in hardcover, in Kindle, in audio, also the Spanish version of this book also. So let's crush it, guys. I know you can be successful. I know you can do the kind of things that you want to do in life and have the streams of income and know how to really, educate yourself so that you could become a strong force in this world in real estate. I know you can. So take that step. Don't just be on the sideline. Take charge of your life. Take charge of your education.
I love that. And then I think that's a lot. The last part of this conversation is mindset and preparation, which you touched on. Stack skills, not just savings. So, when you're taking some chips off the tables, you're increasing your skill set. So you're learning about a new investment strategy. You're investing in different asset classes. You're starting to understand that AI is the most disruptive technology that's come to be. And if you don't get on board, it's going to pass you by, and you're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities. And then just join communities of doers. Get around people that are doing good stuff, because when you get in the right rooms, that's where you get the opportunities to happen. That's how I wrote my book. I got in the right room and co-authored a book with a great author. Because I'm taking advantage of that, and I'm getting into these rooms. So I suggest everybody does that. That's what we need to do. It's just, my value goes up because I learn new skills daily, right? I learn new prompts on AI. I learn new tax strategies. I learn new banks to finance things I learned new loan products, the USDA BNI loan. We could do $25 million deals, hospitality, all this in more rural areas for economic growth. So whatever you are doing, just keep on stacking skills that vertically integrate with what you do for a day-to-day. And then you'll be more successful, right? That's the beauty of all of this stuff. Colonel Sanders, I don't think he started KFC till he was 50 years old, right? So
56, brother. He
yeah,
was
so
my
like,
inspiration. He was my inspiration as I took off at 56 myself. In real estate, I'm 72. That's 16 years back. That's just the real inspiration. Thank you, Beau, what you're saying. The key thing is what you want to do. That was my topic yesterday with Brother Walter, Abundance Mindset Show. It was that whatever you are trying to do, somebody has done it. Somebody is getting great results. So why not to reverse engineer it and find out where they were and then where they are, get into their ecosystem, try to learn from them, and then be better than them or whatever, or close to it. But you've got to be in the masterminds of the people who will take you higher, not lower.
I love that. What are your closing thoughts here today on today's episode, Vinney? Like, what are you working on?
I know I am really working on finishing up my developments, which I've been doing, but residential assisted living, I'm teaching. Actually, I'm putting together great PowerPoint presentations. My academy is ready for senior living, which is a new one. I did the multifamily, taught lots of people. I'm speaking twice this week, actually, when the episode comes out on Friday and Saturday at AP 360. I'll be talking about alternative investments where they are cash flowing. That's senior living, and then hotels and gas and oil. If you want to really combat your active income, W-2 income, and get 100% back and plus dividends, that's the one I'm teaching also. So look forward to seeing you, and thank you both for everything, brother. I know we do this for fun. I hope some people are getting good value out of these Vinney and Beau sessions. We started many years back when you and I met, and it's such a pleasure to know you, and you're growing and lots of things are happening. What are your comments?
No, I'm just excited, right? Like I've taken on a lot of projects, so it's just a balancing act. I'm doing a lot of learning right now, improvements. I look at myself that I've built a very strong foundation, and when you build strong foundations, that's the key of building a house, right? Or building a property. If you have a strong foundation, a tornado comes, doesn't matter. So right now it's all about creating your economy. Don't worry about the economy, just worry about your economy, because that's what matters. Is like up, down, side to side. My economy keeps going, and yes, there's better times than not, but I'm making money up, down, side by side. And I think that's the real key, is to understand. Don't get distracted because you lost like $100,000 in the stock market overnight. That sucks, but the big thing is that's the way it works. When you play in the stock market, they're paper losses. You only lose when you sell. So keep your head up and just keep driving forward. And I think that's the real secret. Like people that can just keep driving forward, even when a day you just want to bury your head in the sand. Change the mindset and say, okay, I'm going to go flip this around and go do a big deal because I've had some problems on some other deals.
So true. So true. I hope you like these episodes, everybody, and please share them. Give us 5-star reviews. We appreciate you. I know this comes a lot to you on all social channels. Also, we put them in our podcasts and so forth. See you next week. Have a great one. You take care.
Wow, what an incredible conversation today. I hope you got tons of value from this episode. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and follow me on social media to stay updated on all the things real estate, investing, abundance mindset, and wealth creation. If you're an accredited investor looking for exclusive investment opportunities, be sure to join our elite Monil Investors Club at vinnychopra.com/invest, where we share details of our future projects. Quick disclaimer, We are not selling any securities, and this podcast is strictly for educational and information purposes only. The opinions shared by our guests are their own and should not be considered financial or investment advice. Always do your own due diligence and consult with a financial professional before making any investment decisions. Thank you again for tuning in. Until next time, keep smiling, keep investing, and keep making a massive impact. God bless you.
Beau and I are together to really bring the best to get your business to the next level.
Do me a favor, subscribe and share. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to connecting with you in the future.